So, I mean,
I was going to ask you about that very same thing. You've both been captains. Is it hunch? Is it luck? Or is there something more to it? He threw to Joginder Sharma. He delivered. He threw to Irfan Pathan. He delivered. He threw to Chawla. He delivered. He threw to Harbhajan. He delivered. Srishant came back. He's delivered. It can't all be luck. There's got to be a pattern to it.
Gut feeling more than anything else. He backs himself, and he just comes across. The more you see him as a born leader. He's not someone who, like Sunny said, who's a show pony. After a victory is there, he wants to hog the limelight. He's very composed. No matter what the situation of the game, whether he's batting, whether he's wicket keeping, whether he's marshalling his resources, he's extremely composed, and which is one of his greatest qualities.
In short, he's a winner.
Yes.
Just two words: winner. He is a winner.
And you see the young team. What this will do to this Indian team in years to come is you'll only find out in the next 2-3 years, because they played the hardest cricket in Australia. They've beaten the world champions. It's been a long tour. You see even the senior most player in the side enjoying it. I mean, he would have played all his one-day cricket. He's been around for 18 years. Nothing will be more satisfying for Sachin Tendulkar than this triangular series win, and the fact that he came to the party when it mattered.
I think it's just fantastic that the youngsters are getting this kind of confidence. I think the one word to describe India, and it's a word we haven't always used to describe India touring abroad through the 90s, is tough. India played tough, hard cricket. They matched the toughest, hardest team in the world on toughness and hardness. Let them have fun. I want to talk about this guy as well. Ishant Sharma. Never have I seen in Test and One Days, in 2 months, someone growing as fast as he has.
A find of the toe. I mean, without any doubt in anyone's mind. I mean, there are a lot of other good performances, but if you have to pick out one person who stood out, on this entire tour of Australia, is Ishant Sharma, and that augurs extremely well for India in the future. A genuine fast bowler who can be used as a strike bowler even in the one-day game.
Also, it's not a team built around a couple of stars. If you look at the big games that India won, Tendulkar's provided the starts. That's one thing we need to worry about, that every time India need a big score, it still has to be Tendulkar giving them the start. But Yuvraj has scored runs at a crucial moment. Rohit Sharma scored runs at a crucial moment. Harbhajan got his form back. There's been these nice little contributions from everybody.
Yes, it's been a team effort. We use that word. It's almost like a cliche. It's a team effort. But I think what these guys are doing, they've got to actually watch out, because the back is they're trying to climb on each other's back. For example, Srishant, he was trying to give Rohit Sharma a ride. I think they should be careful in their celebration. They don't want to rick a bat. They don't want to do any damage. Enjoy the moment by all means, but make sure you don't do any damage to yourself. And this man, I mean,
35-year-old youngster.
Yeah, where people keep asking, all the time. I mean, what more does he have to do to satisfy the Indian public, excepting to go out there and score in every innings, which is impossible. So Don Bradman didn't get it. So I mean, why should we expect Sachin Tendulkar to go out and score 100 every innings? His very presence in the side, he's inspirational in the dressing room. The guys are open mouth when they look at him preparing, and if those guys, the Rainas, the Tiwaris, are learning from the Robin Uthappa, sitting in the dressing room, learning from how he prepares himself for his batting, and once out in the middle, how he handles himself, how he rotates the strike, how he ups the tempo when required, is what will hold them in good stead when it's their time to take over, when he decides to call it quits. And I think they have to understand also that they mustn't throw it away. We had a few instances in both these games where casual batting has meant that the score has not been what it was. Did we not all feel when the innings was completed today that India were about 30 runs too short? That what they were at 35, 35 overs, they really should have been, when it was 50 over, they should have been about closer to 300, 290, 300. It wasn't the case, because there was some casual shots played. There was some, lackadaisical cricket played. And I think that's what the team has to guard against. So, this is, at the moment, they should all enjoy themselves as they go back. Then they have about 2 weeks off. There has to be, after every game, a period of introspection where you try and see what I could have done better, what the team could have done better. And if they do that honestly, with the hands on their heart, look, I think I could have, done this. They will be better players, and India will be a better team.
Let's get some spot interviews. We've seen Harbhajan Singh, we've seen Srishant, they've all been overcome. Let's get to someone who's slightly sober. Gautam Gambhir with Gautam Bhimani.
Well, I don't know if anyone's going to be calm down here, Harsha. You mentioned Srishant, he's there waving the flag behind me. Gautam, tons of runs in the series, but it wouldn't matter that you didn't make as many as you liked in the last couple of games.
It was important to win rather than your personal scores. It's very important to win, and to be very honest, it's a great feeling winning in Australia for the first time. It's a great feeling. I don't think so that personal performances or individual performances really matter. To be honest, we play for the country and we try and win for the country.
Having said that, if you look at the overall performance on a day when you didn't perform, somebody else put his hand up, and that's been the secret of this team?
Yeah, that's the way we've always played, and that is what team sport is all about. And you need to take up the responsibility, and you need to play for the team, and whatever the team demands from you, you need to stand up and perform for the team.
It was getting a little close at the end. What was the conversation happening out there?
Nothing really. We always knew that one or two bad shots from their side, they'll be always under pressure, and we got early wickets. PK bowled really well, so I thought they were always under pressure, and the way guys really handled the pressure, it was amazing to see, and this is what good teams are all about.
What about the man behind you waving the flag? He had, well, not the best of series, but at crucial times he delivered, and he had to be himself today.
No, he's a fantastic bowler, and there's no doubt that he's a fantastic bowler, and he's always
getting the ram, the lion, boy.
And he's a fantastic talent, and we all know that what he can do on his day. And once he gets his rhythm, he can really rip the opposition apart. And he's a fantastic guy to have in the side.
And of course, all the youngsters, even those who may not have actually gone on played enough games in the series, they were all part of this united squad.
Yeah, because team sport is all about being happy for others' success and enjoy the others' success. And ultimately, you play to win, you don't play to compete. That's what I've always believed in. And once you win, it's because of the whole team, and that's what this team is all about.
Finally, Gautam, something we've tried to do for 2.5 months. Everyone wants to see the biggest smile you can possibly give us.
Yeah, obviously, this is the biggest I can give. Thank you very much.
There you have it, Gautam Gambhir, Srishant there, just adding a little bit of colour as he always does.
Not big enough. Not big enough. He's a fine player. He'll be disappointed with what he did today. But he's been the fantastic run getter for India right through this series. Right, here's the winning moment once again. This is our HDFC Standard Life winning moment.
Another Yorker, and he's hauled out. It's it. The Commonwealth Bank Series goes to India. They've beaten Australia in the first two finals and won the first triangular competition in Australia ever. Hopes on his knees. Bhaji goes for a spin. And the Indian supporters in the crowd have erupted. It's a magnificent performance by this young Indian team.
Winning Moments is brought to you by Unit Link Saving Plan from HDFC Standard Life.
You saw both faces there, didn't you? The joy on the face of the Indians and despair on the face of James Hopes, who had played what I thought was a seriously brilliant innings and almost took Australia home. It was wonderful for a young man. He played a coming-of-age innings as well, and yet you saw the expression there. That's what sport is all about. Lots more from the gather here in Brisbane with Sunil Gavaskar and Ravi Shastri. We'll take a break. Don't go away.